This worksheet is designed to help you with a large writing project. Oftentimes in classes you have a term paper, but you could also use this for other projects that may not be necessarily uh, writing focused, but may be large enough that you want to spread out the work over a long period of time. This might be useful for that. Again, this is not for a small paper, but something that is a research or a term paper that's going to take you a while, because you want to spread out that work over a long term, and it's easy for students, for anybody really, to keep putting things off, kicking the can down the road until it gets to the very end, and they end up trying to do something in just a short period of time that was designed to take them a long time. So this hopefully will help you with that. First of all, you just need to decide on when you want to have your planning week. So you decide when you want to have these. So these are your deadlines that you're going to self-impose, and that you're going to think about this as soon as you know about the project and you have some time to start planning it. The planning week shouldn't take you very long. It could just be a couple of hours, but it's where you read up on the project, read up on the paper. What do you need to do? What kind of resources will you need? And start thinking about how you want to spread it out. What kind of time frame do you need for research and for writing? And then once you understand what's the expectations that the instructor has for you, and what you need to do and how you initially plan to go about it, that's where you would set up. That's what you would set up here. So this would be your broad plan before you start your first outline week. In writing, it's very important to set up outlines, right? An outline, we've all seen them before, where you have big Roman numeral 1, then big A, little Roman numeral 1, little a. Those outlines are fine, but you can set it up any way you want to. It's really important to do an outline, though, because outlines help you it really makes the work much more fluid. It makes it sound better. You make sure that you don't miss anything. Everything is organized, and it's going to save you time in the long run, because you're not going to have to go back and revise things near as much. So spending a lot of time on that outline is really important, and just make it as detailed as you can. Although some people do less detailed outlines than others. Again, that's kind of up to the person, but I typically suggest that you do as much detail as you possibly can figure out. Then once you have your outline set up, because that's part of the planning, what is it you want to do with this project, then you start researching and reading up on what needs to, the information that you have, or finding the information that you need, and just reading and collecting the data, support, information, articles, journals, whatever it is that may go along with the project. So that would be set up in this time frame. Then you go back, and this shouldn't take long, but adjust that first outline. Right, the first outline was based on your first initial understanding of the topics and the concepts. Now you've hopefully got a much better understanding because of the research and readings, and now you're going to just adjust that stuff. So once you get the second outline set up, then you go in and you do your first draft. If you have a good outline, the first draft doesn't take very long at all. You'd be surprised at how much faster it goes with an outline. Then you need to kind of set it down, and then you need to proofread it and revise it, and then create your second draft. Now when you get to your final proofreading, I highly suggest that you get somebody to help you with this. You would be surprised at how much better your writing will be if you have somebody else who's not associated, not near as close to the project, read this stuff for you. And then you get to your final draft, where you put the final product together and turn it in. Now I'll put weeks for all of this, but these can be set up in a matter of days, depending on the project and the type of work. Some of these will take a lot longer than others. It's really up to you, but this at least gives you a starting point.